Chastity.
Hey, what's up, Nick?
Not much. Just thinking about video games a little bit, once or twice.
Good old video games.
Good old video games. So you
portable kind.
Exactly. That's my kind of video game right there. We were actually talking, I think a week or two ago, about Ocarina of Time for 3DS. I believe the full name of that game is The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time 3D. Which oddly both of us are playing through right now, even though it came out in like 2011. I don't know how that happened.
I went into Best Buy. I'm like, I was about to buy the new one, and instead I saw Ocarina first, and I was like, I should probably play that first, since I've never played it.
So let's get this out of the way. You have never played Ocarina of Time.
I've never played Ocarina of Time. Well, I was really into PS1 at the time, and the thing was, in order to get my PS1, I had to sell my N64.
Oh man.
So my mom was like, you can only have one at a time. You can't have everything.
That's a bummer.
All right, so I sold my N64 with all the games, and then I got the PS1 instead.
That's funny.
So yeah, I was playing a lot of like Bust a Move 2 and Parappa the Rapper at the time.
That's basically the Ocarina of Time of the PS1 is Bust a Move 2, and Parappa.
Arcade edition.
Actually, I don't want to. Parappa's great.
Parappa's great.
Let's nothing against Parappa, but
great.
it's funny. Most people like who are our age in that era have allegiances to one or the other, but very rarely do you find turncoats who switched from like the N64 to the PS1 halfway through the generation.
Yeah, my bad.
So about how far have you gotten? I guess it's hard to gauge, but
yeah, it's pretty hard to gauge. I think, well, I just got past Dodongo's Cavern.
Oh, word.
And then I'm kind of wandering aimlessly around. I'm at Lon Lon Ranch, wandering around and trying to figure out how I get on a horse.
Right. Yes, because she's like still afraid of you. Opponent's still afraid of you.
Yes.
It's funny. One thing that they added to the game were these things. They're called like Chica Stones or something. And you were saying you didn't notice it until like a little ways into the game.
Didn't notice it
so
for a while. It really could have helped me out earlier.
Yeah, they're basically these hint things that Nintendo added in to kind of, I think, like compensate for the fact that in 1998 games weren't as great at guiding players as they are today.
Right.
There's a little bit of it with Navi bugging you to say like, hey, what do you think like Saria would think about what just happened?
Which happens a lot, and I'm like, I don't care what she thinks. I'm trying to get to this
Navi is no less annoying today than she was in 1998.
So where are you at right now?
I just went into like the graveyard area and went underground and got the song that you can play to change the time of day.
I freaked out when I went down there.
Yeah, dude, that's the other thing about Ocarina of Time. Like, that game is rated E for everyone.
Yeah, I legit got scared, and I'm like, I'm gonna do this later. So I just walked out.
Redeads are like still horrifying. Like they're on some The Last of Us type shit.
I freaked out because I tried to kill one, it just killed me so fast. I was like, all right, peace. I'm gonna go figure this out later.
Right. They're scary from a gameplay perspective, but also it's like a small jump scare every time because when they make eye contact with you, it letterboxes, you hear them shriek, and you freeze in place, and it's like legit scary. And to say nothing of Majora's Mask, which I don't think you played that either.
No.
Yeah, that game. If you want to talk about Zelda games that should not have been E for everyone, that game deals with just existential dread and the end of the world and watching people come to terms with all life, and it's
I have a lot of Zelda games to catch up on.
Yeah, I guess so. Well,
I did play Link to the Past though.
Oh, okay. So that's actually my like secret shame is that I was a Sega Genesis kid. So I
also had a Genesis, but my best friend down the street had Link to the Past, so we would play each other's games. Yeah.
So you should, whenever you feel like you're done with Ocarina of Time, definitely check out Link Between Worlds, the one that came out on the 3DS at the end of last year.
That's my next Zelda game that I'm going to play.
Just take everything that you think that you know and hate about Zelda structurally and just throw it out the window because, like,
it's exciting.
Yeah, like I feel like Ocarina of Time actually doesn't have this problem because you get thrown right into the Deku Tree pretty quickly, but later games, I think Skyward Sword is the main one people talk about, just take forever to start, tutorialize themselves to death, over-explain everything.
Yeah.
Link Between Worlds, like, you are in a dungeon within minutes. You are fighting dudes with your sword, like, very quickly. It respects the hell out of your time, which is something that Nintendo isn't always great at. Yeah, that game is amazing. Yeah, it's like it's kind of a fun time to care about Zelda between, like the Ocarina of Time remake a couple years ago, Link Between Worlds being the best 2D Zelda game in decades, probably. And
I've heard nothing but good things.
And then that trailer we saw at E3 for the new one.
Right.
It's just, I'm kind of getting weirdly hyped about Zelda, and there was a lull for a while.
Kind of why I'm playing it now.
Yeah.
It's just because there was so much Zelda, and I'm just like, all right, I'd better play Ocarina.
Right. Fun time to care about Zelda. And I think the director of Ocarina of Time said in some interview somewhere, he's like, if there's enough demand for it, we'll do a Majora's Mask 3D, like a 3D remake of Majora's Mask, which I would buy another 3DS for no reason just to support that game.
Right.
Oh, that'd be so
Big
good.
picture overall, is Ocarina of Time your favorite Zelda game?
No.
Ever? No.
It's Majora's Mask.
It's been replaced. Okay.
Majora's Mask and Wind Waker.
Okay.
And also Link Between Worlds. Yeah. Whatever. It's a good time to care about Zelda.
It is.
There was a lull for a while. Twilight Princess didn't do anything for me.
Yeah.
Skyward Sword I skipped, but yeah, Zelda is pretty great. I'm glad to hear that you're
I'm
catching
glad I'm
up.
finally catching up. It's gonna take me a while. There's
Do you think
so
you'll finish
many
it?
games. Yeah, I'll finish it.
Okay.
Yeah. I've got a lot of train time during the week.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, good luck. Have
Thank
fun.
you. Thanks.
That feel like natural additions to the series. This has co-op now, and I played about, I'd say 20 to 30 minutes, maybe a little less, of co-op with a random colleague who is also in the area, and it is exactly what you'd think it would be. I mean, I think anyone who played Far Cry 3 felt like that game was like conspicuously